So we're going to start off with a presentation, and this is from some of the funds from last year that we were able to raise. And Lake of the Ozarks, let's face it, it's a big lake. And if you go boating on Lake of the Ozarks on Friday or Saturday of shootout week, it can get a little crazy. It's like a little bit of a blender out there. Even when it's not, accidents unfortunately take place and happen. And we want to do everything in our power, if something does happen, to help make it a rescue and not a recovery. Mark, if you'd please come up here. The state of Missouri has one sonar available across the whole state, meaning if there was ever an accident, somebody got ejected from the boat, you couldn't find that person. We may very well be in luck, and the sonar could be local to help find them down deep. And I'll let you explain about this, Mark. But it may be somewhere else where it's not. And time is of the essence. Every second, every minute counts. And come on over here, Mark. And we know what Mark does and what his crew does and where they're from, that this piece is going to be instrumental. Mark, I'm going to let you introduce yourself and tell these people where you're from and what you guys do.
My name is Mark Hansing. I'm the Deputy Chief of the Mid-County Fire District. I've been in the fire service for about 30 years now. I retired from Lake Ozark as a fire chief 2 years ago, went to Mid-County, and became their division chief. We have the only fire department-based dive team on the entire lake. So our area is around the Camden area, 33 to 36 mile mark, and all the 9 arm. However, we do respond mutual aid to different agencies for water rescues or recovery work, all the way down from the dam, wherever on the lake, and sometimes outside the area.
Talk to me about this.
So what we have here is a towfish. Right now, the Water Patrol has one. It's based out of Jess City. It's basically a side scan sonar unit. I'm not sure if you're familiar with side scan sonar units, like Garmin's, Humminbird, stuff like that. So those work really well in shallow water, 15 feet of water, give or take. It gives you a really good idea, good images and stuff like that. However, when we're out looking after a boat accident and someone's missing, we're in areas of 50, 60, or whatever your depth. However, those units on our boats will work to an extent. However, when you look at the depth and stuff like that, we're looking for an image on these screens that's maybe a quarter of an inch for a victim. The towfish allows us to drop this down and keep it about 20 feet off the bottom, which gives us a better picture and more definite images on what we're looking for and what we can find. I mean, it can be used for not only for victims, but also for boats and stuff of that nature. It's a very good system. When you use it, these systems are designed to be used with dive teams because, as everyone's familiar with the lake's not a smooth bottom. It's not beachy. There's all kinds of debris and obstacles and stuff like that. I used to dive on Lake Ozark's dive team 20 years ago. And when you get down into the lake here, it's completely black water conditions. Basically, if you're lucky, you can see your hand in front of your face about a foot out. So this allows us, gives a better image so we know exactly where to look. If we're looking for a victim from a boating accident, a lot of times they can't pinpoint exact locations. We think in this general area. So the current method is we use search patterns, and that can take hours upon hours upon hours, depending upon what we're looking for, if we're even in the right area. The towfish system allows us to scan areas quicker, look for identified targets, and then we can dive on those targets to verify or see if it is a victim that we're looking for.
Out of curiosity, is there any reason why your department doesn't have one of these?
So when you look at it, we cover, just our district alone, is 240 square mile district. We run about 2,400 calls a year. So we have to prioritize our equipment to deal with the calls that we run a lot of. We run a bunch of medicals, brush fires, structure fires, things of that nature. We do run a lot of incidents on the water. However, when you have a set budget and what you can use, you have to kind of allocate your funds to what you do 90% of your time with. So that's one of the reasons why we don't have that with the cost of this. So we rely on our divers to do it the quote old-fashioned way of physically diving down and looking.
Well, this is labeled the SSS, Side Scan Sonar, if I'm correct. Correct. We've named it the SSS Winship just because of how much John Woodruff does to support the event and support the charities, and we thought it was a great way to give him a little homage to what he does for us. So Mark, tonight, on behalf of Super Cat Fest for Kid, and everybody that's in this room that has helped us, we present this to you and your department to help keep this lake safe. And hopefully, we pray you don't have to use this, but if the occasion arises, you've got the best equipment you could get. And we thank you for what you do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks everybody in the room for supporting the local fire rescue EMS. Truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Ladies and gentlemen, these guys risk their lives. They never know what they're walking into and what's going on. And it takes a lot for somebody to put your pants on every day and do that. I appreciate it. I know everybody here does. Mark, thank you very much. And we hope this comes in very handy for everybody.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right. So you got this nice little carrying box here too. You want to take this down to the table?
Sure.
You want to leave it up here? I don't know if
we
you
can up there for a while.
wanted some mental ownership or not.